Dave here, Journey to the Outdoors. Got a great video for you guys today. This is actually going to be a series. I've been getting a lot of questions from hunters, mainly on our Facebook page, facebook.com/or// Journey to the Outdoors. You need to check that out if you haven't already. We're growing in members or fans pretty quickly there. That's good stuff. So this series is basic on deer hunting. Okay, it's primarily deer hunting alone, and I kind of promote a lot of different styles of hunting, but we're gonna roughly go over the hunting in general, like what you would use, but it's primarily going to stay based on deer hunting itself. And this is mainly for beginners. A lot of our veterans may get some information from this, and this has been mainly my own experience with a lot of my other friends from many years of hunting. So we're going to start off. Okay, so basically what is whitetail deer hunting? It is the pursuit of a wild game, in most cases wild game. There are fenced in branches you can go to and hunt them, but most cases is the pursuit of whitetail deer, wild whitetail deer in your state. So there's a lot of different laws that you could apply to that, even sizes, ages. They kind of want to put an age. Some states have ages where you can't shoot under like a 2-year-old deer. How can you know that? I don't know. Generally, they use a length of the antler for bucks, and then does are usually free range. But anyways, so the tools. The most common one is bow hunting, and it's the more popular one is gun hunting. But the most common one is bow hunting. It mostly started off of that, and using sticks, rocks, and spears. But this is a recurve bow, as you can see here. And I don't have it strung up. It's been sitting in the closet for a bit. But it's a recurve bow, and the most basic, other than the long bow. This is going to give you a little bit more of a draw weight to it than a long bow. But you also use a compound bow. Some states have limitations on what compound bows you can use and minimum draw weights. Like this one has a draw weight of 45 pounds, and I think in our state of Ohio, that's actually the minimum they like you to use to bow hunt deer. Is a minimum draw weight of 45 pounds, because you're going to need that momentum, and also you're going to need the draw and the force to make sure that that broadhead pierces the deer and gives a lethal but at the same time effective, humane harvest of the deer. So then moving on to, that's just rough for a bow. There's arrows. There's a lot of more information you can go into on just bow hunting alone. But then there's shotgun. Most people that do gun hunting, if your state allows you to use rifles, but most people that do gun hunting, it's done by shotgun. Most states, because of the population of people in residential areas, they prefer to limit it to shotguns. Most people grab the 12 gauge. And use a rifle bore. In this case, this is a smooth bore, 12 gauge, pump action. Just because you could use it as semi-automatic, but chances are if you don't get them on the first shot, the chances of getting them on a second shot is slim to nil. The gig is up. By that time, the gig is up. So a pump action is preferable. It's very inexpensive. You can get them for about $150–200, so it can definitely get the job done with a 2 3/4, maybe Winchester or something like that, Federal shotgun slug. that will definitely put a deer down. So that's the basics for your choices on hunting. And as I said before, you can use a high-powered rifle if your state allows it. Sometimes they actually have seasons to like literally down to weeks that you can use just rifle, weeks that you can use just shotgun, and then it goes even farther to sometimes like a month for bow hunting. So it just depends. So they can almost segregate them, so you know what the situation you're kind of walking into when you're going into a public hunting area. So that'll be the next thing we'll be moving on to is public hunting. Most states have public hunting areas, meaning like a state park or something like that, that you can go, and they close down during the hunting season to allow for hunters to go in and do management of the numbers of the population of deer. Now, it's really important that you check your local laws, because the state laws are going to be different from state to state. So you could have a state law that says, hey, deer hunting opens up on September the 27th. That was this year for Ohio. But we only allow the state property to be hunted maybe October the 1st, because they'll have that set date. They may have some sort of fall harvest thing going on, and they don't want the state park to be hunted at that time, so they can close it out to beyond this point. We open it up for hunting, but before that date, it's open to trail walkers, bird watchers, all of that stuff, so they can kind of really satisfy everybody other than just the hunters. And, you know, I know it sounds cruel, but at the same time, you know, they have to satisfy everybody versus just the hunters. And at least we have that. So it's closed out. Some cases you will see people still walking through. I have a video up on YouTube about that. You know, a trail that was closed down and it wasn't supposed to be anybody walking back there. I was hunting 24 feet up the tree, and a guy comes walking through with 2 dogs on a trail, and he's not supposed to be doing that, and people still do it. So, you know, I don't know any law that was made that people haven't decided to break when they thought they thought that they were doing what they wanted to do. So anyways, just back on the deer hunting, this is the main things. You want to decide, first off, are you allowed to purchase a firearm? Are you allowed to own it? Or, you know, do you need an adult with you to hunt? You know, if you're under 16, usually in the states, if you're under 16, that you need to be assisted by an adult if you're firearm hunting. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind. So when you find someone that you can go hunting with, then you want to make sure that they're giving you the best education possible to make the right harvest on a deer, or you know what areas you're going to be hunting, how far are you away from the car. All of these little things come into play. So that's enough for this video. Just check it. The next one's coming out here soon. Alright, please comment your questions, because this is going to be an ongoing series to get you guys up to date on deer hunting. This is just the basics right now. The next one is coming up.